renting a house as a new immigrant. I'm going to share with you 10 very important things you should consider before you rent a house as a new immigrant. Number one, affordability. It is important that you evaluate your budget carefully, including rent, utilities, and other living expenses. This will ensure that you are working with your budget. It is very important because you are new, you do not have a job yet, so you are depending on your savings. So you must be sure that the house you want to rent is what you can afford, not considering what other people have rented. Look at your budget, look at your lifestyle, without considering what other people have rented. Affordability. The house you are paying for, does it come with your internet? Does it come with hydro? These are things you should consider. So when you are talking about affordability, you are not just talking about the amount you are paying to the house owner. How much you are going to pay for your utility bill, your internet, your hydro. It also should be considered to make up affordability. Number two, proximity to work and school. Now your kids will go to school, and it's important that you know how far that house is to their school. This will ensure that you are able to save money on transportation, because the closer the school is to your home, the less money you will spend on transportation. Sometimes it can take like 2 or 3 months before the children are registered with the school bus. And in areas where there are no school bus provided, you need to consider. Maybe you want to take your kids to school that is not within that proximity. Maybe you have done your investigation, you don't like those schools. You still have to consider the distance and know what you are paying for. Number three, access to public transportation. If you want to move to, maybe you are going to the market, you are going to the mall, or you are going to the church, you are going to see friends, how close is that your house to bus stop? This is also very important that you consider it. Number four, neighborhood safety. You need to find out from people, how safe is this neighborhood? What is the probability that your children will be influenced negatively in that neighborhood? So you must know the kind of people that live in that neighborhood. I've seen neighborhood where you have a lot of drug addicts. And if you are not careful, you rent a place like that, you start to regret, because your agreement must elapse before you leave, except you want to pay a fine. So it's important that you check these things. The people in that environment, are they the kind of people you want your children to mingle with? Are they the kind of people you want to have as neighbors? It's important. Number five, proximity to shopping centers and groceries. What does this mean? If you want to leave your home to the shopping mall, do you have to spend money all the time? It is better if it's a place you can walk to, or better still, a place where you will not need to spend much to go and buy stuff. Things are already costly on its own. Not spending more money to go to that place to go and buy costly things, this is not a wise decision. So it's important that you consider the proximity of your house to a shopping mall or a shopping center. That is important. Number six, the kind of people in that environment, in terms of, if you are a black person, do you want to live among black people? Find out if that area is where you can see black people. It's very important, because when we came to Canada, we rented a place, very beautiful place, but it was lonely for us because we hardly found any black person. The first 3 months, I didn't see any black person living in that vicinity. Whenever I want to see black people, I go to the mall. If you are like me who want to live among blacks, this is something you need to investigate. Very, very important. Before I talk about number 7, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so. It will help us to grow. We appreciate every single like, every single share, and every single subscription. Thank you. Number 7, language and communication. You are going to a new province, for instance, to a new state. to a new region, which language is prevalent there? If you are an English-speaking person, you don't want to find yourself in an environment where they mostly speak French. You will not enjoy that kind of environment. So you go to a shopping mall, mostly they are going to employ people who speak French. So there's going to be communication barrier. Even when you do sign language, you cannot get the best of service when there's a communication gap. So it's important that you confirm the communication, the language and communication that is prevalent in that environment. Number 9, quality of housing. It's important that you inspect the condition of the home, including the plumbing work, the heating, the electric system, the internet system. Ensure that they are working, so you don't start spending money in a new place. These are things you must do before you pay for the house. You can do that and they will allow you to check. Ask questions as much as you can. It's very important that you list this thing out, so that as you are going for search, you are taking everything. You are taking everything one after the other. So at the end of the day, you know that you have done your best to ensure that you select the best place to live in. Number 10, the lease terms and conditions. You need to understand the lease agreement thoroughly. Look out for the length of the lease, rules about deposits, and conditions for terminating the lease. There are some that come with stringent penalty. So you must be sure that it is what will benefit you as an individual. Look at it very well. Ask questions. Ask people, what are the things I should look out for? I will do another video to ensure that you have a good understanding of the things to look at for an agreement. But for now, just find out the conditions. Make sure you know them and you are in tandem with them. Number 11, availability of healthcare services. You want to be in a place where you can walk to the clinic. It is important. Sometimes you are alone and you cannot drive because you are ill. You just want to walk. So it's important that you check these things to ensure that this is a place that you can walk up to. You can walk to. This is very important. Availability of healthcare services. Number 12, school district quality. Yes, it is good for the school to be very close to the home. How about the quality of the school? That is also very important. Be sure that the school is the kind of school you want to take your children to. You can confirm this by asking questions. You can confirm this by visiting the school. Ask direct questions. Look around. The things you see, are they the things that you want to influence your children? If you know what I mean. It's not every school that you should take your children to. Ask questions. Ask questions. It is not good for children to be changing from one school to the other. So it's better that you find that from the onset before you take that decision. That is also very important. Number 13, employment opportunities. Consider availability of job opportunities in the area where you want to reside. There are some provinces, for those who live in Canada, some provinces are better than others when it comes to job opportunities. Even when it comes to personal businesses, it's also important that you consider the opportunities that is available in that environment. Ask questions. There are some places where you have just government jobs. There are some places where you have good private sector. Do you understand? So it's important that you consider it. Can I get a good job in this area, in this environment? How quick can I get a job in this environment? It's important. I know there are a lot of remote jobs, but sometimes people want hybrid jobs. I mean, employers, they want to see you every week at least once or twice. So it's important you consider that. It's important, very, very important. Another thing that is important is your internet connectivity. It is difficult to live in the diaspora without internet connection. Very, very important. I cannot emphasize this. Internet is very, very important. If you have internet at home as a new immigrant, you don't need to subscribe to any TV. You don't need to subscribe to any TV. You can watch YouTube as you are starting. Anything that will make you reduce your spending, that's what you should go for. Another thing you should check is the climate, the weather. Areas differs. It might be the same country, but some areas are better than others. Like in Canada, a place like Winnipeg is colder than Toronto. So you must be sure that it's a place you want to stay. If you have the liberty to live in any of these places, choose wisely. Choose wisely. This list is not complete, but what I've told you is very, very important. You can add your list in the comment section, like and share. Let me know if this add value to you. Cheers.